Is have a look at the 5 questions at the top of every archetype. If you can say yes to all of them, for yourself or your husband or your wife who pushes your buttons in this way all the time, you start to accept them. Just go, that's David's shadow trickster. I'll wait till he comes out of it and I'll talk to him about that later. You know, I'm not going to worry now. You just don't get into being so reactive.
So you can recognise them, you can recognise them in yourself, or you can recognise them in your children. But we're unlikely to recognise. Are we unlikely to recognise the shadow side? I mean, we're unlikely to recognise that we're shallow or self-destructive.
Oh, we do. And what I've found, because I've taught this...
I don't recognise shallowness.
Yeah, hello. That's part of your prince, David. It's definitely there at times. But, I mean, you're a good-hearted man. Isn't that true?
But you know the point... more about David.
Oh, it's so much fun.
But you know the point I'm making? Yeah. We're not likely to see that. So we're not likely to... Are we likely to do a realistic evaluation of ourselves?
Sometimes we can be a bit delusional, but you know the sad thing I find
is David delusional as well? See, this might be a problem if he ever tries to analyse.
Underneath he knows exactly, but he just loves playing. He just loves taking the mickey out of people. He loves the game.
Stop playing with your ear.
Is that not true, David?
I can reveal it to me, right here, right now.
Read Hermes in the book, everyone. That's David.
But you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I do know what you're saying, but what I was trying to get to, which I keep not getting to, is that it's the shadow that people usually are very familiar with. What we tend to do is we think, I'm going to hide my shadow traits from people. I don't want my boss to know it, my colleagues to know it. I don't want my mother-in-law to know it, And we shut it down. When we shut down, all we stop is our talents. Our light gets shut down, not the shadow. Everyone knows the shadow characteristics we have. Everyone who knows me will be able to tell you my list. They'll be able to tell you yours, yours, yours. What we do shut down is all our talents. We hide all of that. And most people say, I can read the shadow, because to have an archetype, you've got to say, I've got the light characteristics and the shadow characteristics. And they've been there throughout my life. But I can identify with the shadow, but I don't believe I've got that light. That's what people say to me, en masse.
But you have a marvellous belief in people, because you're expecting people to be really honest.
Well, most people are, and this only works if you're honest. If you're pretending, you'll read it and it's going to mean nothing to you, so forget it. Yeah. But most people are very honest, and they believe in it, even the cynical ones, because rather than me just coming in and doing warm fuzzies and stuff with them and saying, you're a fabulous person, David, you know, you've got da-da-da-da-da-da, whatever, and they go, yeah, right, you don't know that I do the X, Y, Z at home. They read that I do X, Y, Z at home, and then I'm saying you've got both, and then it has credibility.
How does it help with psychotherapy?
Oh, it's a shortcut. I've been doing this in private practice for 17 years, and I've only been working with the archetypes for 5 years. This is amazing, because I meet someone, and within 5 minutes, 20 minutes, I know 4 or 5 of their dominant archetypes straight away. I get teenagers coming in saying, what courses should I do when I leave school? What careers would I be good at? I don't want to try something and fail.
Gosh,
what should I do? And
within an
hour, they know what courses they should do and what they're good at, because if you're born with them, they're there with you for the rest of your life.
And here is this mysterious map. Can you explain this to it?
Oh, this is interesting. Once you've got your archetypes, you then find out you can put your archetypes in different places on the map, which is, I'm a holistic sort of therapist. I'm interested in your body. This is your fitness, the way you are in the world. Your heart, which is all about relationships. Your relationship with yourself primarily. But then how do you relate with everyone? We've got strengths and weaknesses with all of that, and we all know about that. We know how we self-sabotage. Then we've got the way we think. Our belief systems are massive. You know how some people see the cup as half empty?
Yes.
Doesn't it drive you mad? Or half... I know, half full. I did mention that.
Whereas I always go,
you're half full. You're half full, an optimist, exactly.
No, I'm half empty because I've enjoyed the first half.
Hello, yes, that's Mars. That's part of another one of his to read.
And that's the delusional part, because then you go, it's all gone just about.
But Katie, you just made sense to me when we're talking about how it works in psychotherapy. It clarifies your existence and it clarifies your future, therefore.
Exactly.
So you can recognise the way to go.
It does. And so when a career opportunity comes up and says, go for it, or someone says, should I be doing that career? And I look at their archetypes, I go, forget it. You know, you're going to be bored. You're good at whatever your archetypes are. That's what you're innately good at. It's like your inner genius. So go and step up, be that, be brave, and let go of being something you're not going to do well at.
You've totally convinced me. I want to investigate and see whether I'm in the right job.
You are.
We just run out of time, but I just want to ask you one more question.
Yes.
Why did you get into it?
I've always had a passion since I was little to find out who are we and what are we here for. And if you can answer that question, you don't have the depression, you don't have the suicides, you don't have a lot of the things that are going wrong in the world.
Migraine?
Migraines, I've healed myself. By being more of who I am, I've healed all my health challenges, which were chronic. I was told to go on the invalid pension at 24. So that's a huge difference.
Wow, because you're not so stressed and messed up.
No, I'm being me. And I accept myself, warts and all. I get it. If I've got those shadows, how about turning over to the light side? So I believe in myself more. It changes your life.
Really, really interesting to talk to you, Kate.
Thank you.
Nice
Thank you so much for coming in.
And the book is Who Am I? It looks a very fascinating cover.
Yeah, it's a great cover, isn't
Can I tell them my website just in case?
Absolutely, why not?
Go ahead. Anything else you want to sell?
It's part of my archetypes. It's archetrect. It's archetrect.com.
Right.
Good on
Thank you.
All right, lovely to meet you. After the break, Anthony Telford is in the kitchen with a wicked honeycomb and caramel creation. See you then.